Hello everyone, this is Dr.Starcraft episode 5 here. Now we have pmnight, the red Terran player, on the top right side, and we have the blue Protoss, tehRob. Okay, this map is Delta Quadrant. Let's pause this for a second. Delta Quadrant, the things about this map, you have an expansion here in your back, in the back of your base, so to say, and it's guarded by rocks. So you might want to use it as third. You have a natural directly outside your base. However, it is pretty wide open. There's a couple entrances here to get in, so it could be harder to defend. I mean, for Knight here, he might have an easier time because he can just put down like a planetary fortress. Also, there's gold expansions on each corner, I think. Yeah, on each corner, there's 4 gold expansions, but those also have destructible rocks. The thing that you'll see with a lot of players, you'll see them abuse this high ground up here in these cliffs, either with reapers or drops or something. This area in the back door right here. So we'll keep a lookout for that. A lot of Terran players will do that. Some Protoss players I've seen warp in zealots and stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes here. So yeah. Oh, and before I get, there's a Xel'Naga watchtower in the center. You can pretty much see every one of these 4 main areas, but you can't see the side pathways. So if they go through the gold, then they'll be fine. And they are spawning at cross positions, so it's a pretty long rush distance. So I highly doubt you'll see a rush here. So again, pmnight is walling in. Again, like I said before, the only real matchup that I like walling in against is Zerg. It's just because Zerglings are so fast, and I mean, for Protoss, Void Rays could really easily snipe off these buildings up here in the front. So I just rather just pull back, and you can hold off with Protoss army pretty well in the front without a wall in, so it's not that critical. So our Protoss player here is deciding not to wall in. He's getting his gateway down. Both players getting their first structure out, continuing to make workers. We have an early gas coming down, so we might see early tech lab or an early reactor, depending on what he wants to do here. So we have the Protoss player scouting right now, and he's scouting in the wrong position, but he should get there a lot quicker than our Terran player here, because our Terran player hasn't even scouted yet. So yeah, our Protoss player just notices, and he should be going in the right direction right now. He's also getting his gas, by the way. Let's pull up the production tab here. So yeah, it looks like a Marine's coming out first. I have no idea why he's getting gas so early. He could be going for early factory Destiny Cloudfist build, or he should just be going for a tech add-on after this Marine finishes. We'll see what he goes once this Marine finishes. He put down a tech facility. No, he's making another Marine. So he could be going for a factory here. Cybernetics core going up. Second pylon. Pretty standard so far. So we have a second racks going down. Again, I don't understand why he got gas so early if he's not going to put on an add-on. Okay. Another Marine. So he's just continuing to produce Marines here. Our Protoss player now knows that they are cross positions. But our Terran player is still kind of in the dark about it. He should be getting his orbital command a lot sooner, and he's not even getting it yet. So this orbital command should be done already. Orbital commands for Terran are extremely important. It just really boosts your economy. You really don't need to put that much money into SCVs because you have that orbital command, and there it goes right now. So we could be seeing a 3 racks, which is extremely common. And we have a proxy pylon now going down here in front of the gold expansion. And this is a perfect place to put it as well, because if you take this watchtower, you can't see this pylon right here. And you usually will walk by it, especially with cross positions, you'll usually walk by it. So we'll see how that progresses through, and we have a factory coming out. Still no tech add-ons, which is bewildering to me, because he has so much gas. We'll see where he goes from there. So we have a really fast robo coming out. So we'll see where he goes from this. A lot of players would tech, or not tech, but fast expand out of getting this really early robo. You usually see a 3-gate expand or 3-gate robo. So we'll see how that goes. For Protoss, you really want to keep within 4 unit producing structures, but a advanced structure like this, like the robotics, would be 2 gateways. So you would see, so 1 nexus or 1 expansion would equal 4 level 1 structures, meaning 4 gateways, and a robotics or starport would be worth 2 gateways, I guess, in terms of economy. So right now he's throwing down 2 more gateways. Our Terran player here is throwing up this engineering bay. Could be getting some upgrades. Finally, some tech add-ons going on here. Some tech labs. Siege tank coming out with siege tech. Okay. So like I was saying before, he has these 3 gateways coming out, and he has this robotics facility. So if you do your math, that's 5 minerals or resources worth of unit producing structures. So he really should be expanding here, and we do see him knocking down these rocks. So he could be taking this more safe expansion. And we have an immortal out now on the field. We have stim pack being researched, as well as combat shields. So he is going straight marine, which I don't particularly agree with. The Terran player really should be scouting at this point, or he should have scouted a long time ago. Marauders just do heavy damage to those gateway units, and he really needs those Marauders. These Marines do a lot of damage per second, DPS, but again, they're just not going to cut it against a lot of gateway units. So we'll see how he goes from there. He made another observer here. We have this observer chilling in front of the Terran base, and I like that placement. I would actually place it more inside the base, just so we can see what's going on, or maybe sneak it past a little bit. But he is keeping it at the front door so he can tell when his opponent's going to push. We have another immortal coming out. See, if he moves this observer in here, which he is right now, he'll see all these Marines in here. So he should be going for a Colossus bay, or not a Colossus bay, a robotics bay, so he can get those Colossus out, because Colossus would just completely destroy any ground army. So now that he has destroyed these rocks, he looks like he will be throwing down an expansion. Yes, he is. He's putting down that nexus right now. So yeah, again, the Terran player hasn't scouted at all. I don't think he's even thrown out a scan to see what the Protoss player is doing. So he's completely in the dark. He's just kind of building whatever he wants. He built a starport, but he's really not building anything out of it with a tech lab. Personally, when you're going this build, which is Marine Marauder Siege Tank, it's not quite a 3 racks. It's more of like a 2 racks Dusty Cloudfisk build with 1 extra rack. I don't know, but the medevac, he's making a medevac right now, so I really would have suggested to go for reactor, just so we can get those medevacs out a little faster. So our Protoss player now knows that the army composition, and he should be able to deal with it. He is in the middle here, waiting for this push to come, and I don't see why the Protoss player should have any problems just taking out this army. He should be focusing down those siege tanks though, which he is. So that's a good job. And yeah, see that, just too easy for the Protoss player. Way too easy. Oh, we also have some upgrades going down for the Terran player. He does have level 1 weapons, and he is almost finished with, or about halfway with level 1 armor as well. Okay, he has a tank up here in siege mode. Again, if our Protoss player got maybe 1 or 2 void rays, he could easily snipe this tank. So I really don't like this placement. And again, the scouting. He really needs to be scouting at this point, which he's not. Maybe throwing down a couple. Stop using this on mules and more so using it on a. I don't know why you would start pushing up this front. He should be backing up here. Well, actually no. He could focus down these 2 siege tanks, and yeah, that should be a GG. He should be. See how these units are just attacking at the base? He should be moving them up fully up the ramp first, and then attacking, so that he can get all his units shooting and attacking at once. Just a tip there. So yeah, this should be GG. I have no idea how the Terran player could get back from this. And again, see, he should be moving up and then attacking. See, there you go. Now his units are moving up and cleaning this house out. Should have no problem here. He's floating away this orbital command, which he was going to expand with. I mean, he might try to hide an expansion, but I mean, this game's pretty much done. He should snipe these medvacs with these stalkers and sentries, and have the mortals do the heavy damage. The mortals and the zealots do more of the heavy damage on these structures. Yeah, see, he's trying to pick up his SCVs and lift them over to the other base for some reason. I have no idea why. So yeah, that's a GG from pmnight, and that's the game. Okay. So what did we do wrong here? Let's go with the easy one. Let's go with the Terran player. Okay. The things he didn't do: scouting. I mean, he didn't scout at all. He didn't know the unit composition for his opponent. He should have gotten more marauders, and he should have gotten a little more medvac support before he moved out with that push. He had a lot of SCVs, but he wasn't. He didn't. What's the word? He didn't expand fast enough. He did have this orbital command built, but I mean, I would have liked him see it over here, or I would have liked him use his siege tanks instead of having them sieged up. Just have them attacking these rocks in the back, just so he can get some extra income, so he can produce that army faster. His army size really wasn't where it needed to be at that point. So for our Protoss player, he did relatively well. It was a 3-gate robo, but he did it kind of backwards. He had a gateway, a robotics, and then his 2 gateways. And this expansion he threw up, but he didn't really saturate it. I guess he really didn't need to. But again, for Protoss, you really want 4 unit production structures, so like a 4-gate or like a 2-gate robo. Higher level structures, like I said, would cost, or would be worth the same amount as 2 gateways. So this is something to keep concerned with. I like how he used his observers. He really kept around the map just to see full map control. He also took the Xel'Naga. So yeah, I think overall good game for the Protoss player. He has a lot of stuff there to build on, but I mean he has a good base to start with. Our Terran player just really needs to work on his fundamentals of scouting, of building enough units, of getting the timing down. He got a lot of upgrades, which is good. I like when players get upgrades. I think it's extremely important. But he really needed more units at that time. And he would have known he needed units if he would have scouted. So I mean, it all goes back to scouting. So yeah, that's it for episode 5 of Dr. Starcraft. I'm DrAZNstarcraft, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.